Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome to Crab Champions, a new roguelike that I've been absolutely obsessed with. Now, this isn't me. I'm actually the crab under this guy. You know, the one carrying the gun. The one with no fear in his eyes, about to topple every enemy that walks into his path. Crab Champions has been compared a lot to Risk of Rain, a game that we know and love around these parts. So I figured in today's video I'd show you a little bit of the game. It came out on April 1st. It kind of looks like it might be a joke, but seriously, give it a chance. It is so incredibly fun. When you first start up the game, this is where you're going to be. You get to see your friendly face target dummy over on the other side and a glimpse at the arsenal. These are all various weapons that can be unlocked if you continue to play the game, and they all drastically change what kind of upgrades you might be interested in and how your runs are going to play. By default, you have the auto rifle or the dual shotguns to start things off. I'm going to do today's run with the auto rifle. You unlock more guns by completing runs and at least killing the first boss. Every time you kill a boss, you get rewarded with keys, and 3 keys unlocks a random weapon. There is multiplayer that can be utilized right over here. There's multiple difficulties that you can play on. For today, we're going to be playing on normal. And there's also a ton of different colors your crab can be, and you unlock these different skins by doing challenges in the run. Those are free cosmetics. There's also a very big early access roadmap. I'll go ahead and zoom in on it a little bit if you want to pause it and take a look at this. This game has a lot of promise. One of the most fun things about it is the movement. So if I'm just walking and I jump, this is what it looks like. We have double jump as well. And using this particular gun, when I zoom in, we also kind of slow down in the air and we can focus our damage a little bit easier. Now, the enemies don't slow down. That's just me slowing down. So do keep that in mind. We also have a dash on sprint that allows us to get quite a lot of speed in a short burst. Now, the fun part is, and where a lot of the skill of this game comes from, is if you jump, you can actually maintain that sprint speed, and if you sprint again right when you land, you can dash again. You can even throw in double jumps. You can move backwards to stop your momentum, dash to the side to avoid projectiles. It's a very fast-paced game. It kind of plays like Quake in a way, to be honest, because you need to be thinking about your momentum all the time. Now, that might sound intimidating, but it just takes a little bit of practice. Just play. It'll be fine. I'm going to start a new run for you today to see what it looks like. This is the track that we are on. The track is always the same right now. And again, I want to stress, this game is so incredibly fun in multiplayer. More enemies spawn. You have your friends jumping around using various weapons with various upgrades. And it can be super chaotic. And everyone's build can be totally different and have completely different effects thrown out on the battlefield. We have a poisoned ant that has a different attack than the normal crabs that we went up against, but they are no threat. We killed all of the enemies on this level. That's all you had to do, and a chest gets spawned. Now, we get 3 choices in this chest that can augment our run. Damage increased to armored enemies. These would be those elites. Uppercut, every 5th shot deals more damage. That could be very good with our fast shooting weapon. Or reload arc. Reloading fires a powerful projectile explosion. I'm going to go for uppercut. That seems perfect for our gun. You can see every 5th shot just has a little bit of fire behind it in its trail there. And now we get a choice for our next level here. You actually have a ton of player agency on your build in this game, at least more than some roguelikes. So for instance, I didn't just get an item from my chest, I had 3 to pick from. I don't just go to another level, I have 2 to pick from. And these kind of shape my build over time if we can find the right portals. This one's really rare, so I'm going to try it. It's the parkour challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it, but we can try. I can melee those crystals if I wanted to get some more bonus crystals, but speed is of the essence here, and if there's a chance I can get to the end relatively quickly, there's also a pretty big chance that I get a better upgrade than what those crystals could afford me. Here we go. I need to stop. There we go. On the platform, we're fine. We're jumping left here. Luckily, we had a checkpoint. Now, our score does go down over time. I have 25 seconds, and I could have made it to an epic chest. The longer I take, the worse my chest gets at the end. Oh, no! No! I don't think I'm going to get anything. Oh, well, no bonuses anyway. I still get a chest at the end. It just could have been a lot better. Bronze heart, that feels bad. We're going to have to make up for that. I'm going to grab an economy chest in hopes of making up for that. I think economy chests are super strong, especially early in a run. If you can get your economy ahead of the difficulty of the game, it makes getting power-ups so easy later on. And in a way, that is very similar to Risk of Rain. You always want to stay ahead of the difficulty curve. Now, our augments are very powerful, but let's say we picked up something that we didn't like the use of. The inventory management of this game is something that I think sets it apart from a lot of other roguelites that I've played, and it totally works in multiplayer as well. So let's say I didn't want this uppercut. I have a rocket launcher, although that would still probably be pretty good with a rocket. But let's say I have a very slow weapon that uppercut doesn't make any sense for. I could just open my inventory and drop that on the ground. Someone else in our co-op lobby could then use this for their build, and there's like, we've been like trading and being like, hey, what can I get for an uppercut over here? And then someone would offer up a mod that they want to part with. It's actually been so fun. I'm going to grab Money Shot here, but let's say that this wasn't good for anyone, and I didn't want it in my build, but I picked it up earlier. I could actually just hold X to salvage this, and that would give us more currency to use in a shop later on. Now, I'm not going to get rid of Uppercut. I'm going to keep that. And I'm also going to head towards this damage chest here. There's a bonus challenge on this level. If we can clear this without taking any damage, we get a flawless chest as well. Unlike the other levels, this one is all about surviving. So we can pretty much just avoid enemies to get that bonus loot. But we also get crystals for every single enemy that we take down. Those same crystals that we would have gotten for salvaging that piece of gear. And those crystals can be used to buy very big upgrades later on. So just hiding in a corner here may not be my best option if I really want some currency. These survival levels have crazy density, by the way, so as you get past the first boss, going towards the second and third, the density gets crazy in these. But there's our flawless chest as well as our damage chest. Another uppercut means that my uppercut gets upgraded to level 2 and has increased effects. Chaotic shot damage combo. I'm going to keep getting uppercut, to be honest with you. That seems great. And now we're going into a shop with 109 credits to our name. This is Tony's shop. That's Tony right there. Apparently he'll be a bit more animated in the future. Tony also has a very nice garden that always has healing here. So even if you're beat up, even if you have 1 HP, there's always hope that you're almost at Tony's garden. You can almost get your healing back. The run always has a chance. Let's see what we got over here. Reload arc. Reload fires an arc of powerful projectiles. Bronze armor, big shot, or bronze heart. Now, if I'm not crazy about any of these, which I'm not, I can re-roll this with a totem. Now, whenever you interact with these totems, there's a chance that they could break. But shops, when you're playing, like with your multiplayer friends, when you're playing in a lobby with people that you know, are so fun. When you're not, I can see them being a little weird. I mean, I don't think there's any actual multiplayer lobbies, so you're only inviting friends in here anyway. But like when we're on Discord and we get to shops, we read all these items. Everyone's thinking about, oh, would this be good for my build? If someone has a lot of economy perks and they come into the shop with a lot of money, they can just buy upgrades for other people and then drop them on the ground. It's such a good system. I love the sharing component. There's a lot of really good teamwork elements in this game. Hello, it's Pallytime from the future. I wanted to elaborate a tiny bit more. I don't want to break up the video too much. I didn't say what I was intending to say. The non-fun part is when you get to a shop and someone just grabs all of the items without reading what they are, and then they're all just gone. That's when the shop doesn't feel good. But that's not the video game developer's fault. That's an expectation problem. But I think the shop is handled wonderfully. Okay, back to the video. We get another choice here. We have homing thorns and double spiked chests. Now, those spiked chests require that it's not a permanent loss, but I'm going to take 33% of my health and damage for opening one of those chests, and there's 2 of them. I don't want to lose that health, so that means I want to go after this elemental portal. Now, I unlocked the minigun very recently. I did a run with it last night. Bro, the minigun's fire rate is so fun for elemental proc chance. I got chain lightning, I had fire shots, I had poison shots, and I was shooting like 100 rounds a second and just applying those debuffs to everyone. The different weapons in this game really allow you to lean into different play styles and different builds based on the upgrades that you find, and it's so fun. For instance, you can increase your magazine capacity like through the roof so you have more bullets to shoot, or perhaps you want to lower the amount of bullets in your magazine so you can reload more often and lead into like reload damage perks. This last crab is being a little problematic. We actually took a bunch of damage here. I'm going to continue to throw some grenades and kite away from him. Good damage as he's coming towards us. And Island 6 is cleared. Also, the music in this game is super good. It's super chill. I really like it. Fire shot, lightning shot, or poison shots. Our fire rate isn't through the roof. Our uppercuts are giving us pretty good damage. I'm going to go for poison shot. I think poison shot would be good for bosses. I also don't want that spike chest because I actually don't have enough health to even open the spike chest. So let's keep it moving. Yeah, look at that single target damage. That's really good. What we're kind of missing at the moment is AoE clear, but we can find that as we go. Let me hit one of these rocks. Maybe we can get a chain reaction on the other side. That's what I'm talking about. That'll do it. Another rocket crab has shown up next to us. I'm going to try to get a little distance away from him, but wow. That is actually chunking. That is so good. Now, with the first boss is at the end of this first loop. It's on level 10. We're on level 7 right now. As you can see, getting to the first boss doesn't take very long at all. But a full run of the game would be 30 levels. But just like Risk of Rain after that, you have a chance to loop around and do as many runs as you would like. Chaotic Grenade, Glue Shot, or Power Armor. Shots stick to enemies and deal more damage, but there's a short delay. Sure, that sounds fine. I'm also thinking about taking a health teleport here, just because we've been getting so many of those spiked things. This is a horde. I have to survive for 1 minute, so I'm going to sit up here and try to farm to the best of my ability. Those glue shots cause my bullets to kind of impact enemies like a paintball for a second. You can see I really lighten them up before they die. Good grenade opportunity here. Also pufferfish. We can use that pufferfish to kill off some of the other crabs nearby. Now again, this is survival. I don't have to stay up here, and in fact, because I only have 1 HP now, I probably should leave. Now, getting to 1 HP is actually a pretty common occurrence in this game. That's going to happen a lot, in fact, because I think there's built-in like one-shot protection. Instead of you just getting killed, you get brought down to a tense amount of HP. Now, this is a survival level, so if I survive, we're good, and there's a shop after us here, so we're good. I'll just go to the shop and we'll be well taken care of. But a single hit is all it would take to end our run right now. Now, the cool thing is in co-op, yes, there's more enemies spawning. Yes, there's more density, and everything's a bit more chaotic. But if I were to die in co-op, I would be resurrected right now. Like at the end of the round, I'm back in. In Risk of Rain, if you were to die in co-op, you have several minutes where you're not getting items, where you're not getting upgrades. My chest would be here just like normal, and I would be resurrected at the end of the round if Holly carried me through a round, or if I was alive. I get the bonuses either way, which is actually so good for keeping a run going. I'm going to get regeneration. It's going to allow me to heal every time we zone to a new island. That extra health could be pivotal in keeping this run alive. Kind of on the same token there, I'm going to grab some healing in the back. Let me see what this totem is first. I don't want to take that chance. I will break that money crystal in the back for me, though. And I think the game heard me say I want some health because we have 2 silver hearts, a bronze heart, and a workaholic. More crystals drop when eliminating enemies, but you lose some of your maximum health. I don't think I want to take that choice. Instead, I'm going to grab 2 health upgrades. That's going to be pretty nice, actually. And next up, we have the first of the bosses. Now, usually the bosses are significantly easier than the levels you clear to get to the bosses, especially in co-op when everyone's kind of applying their own debuffs to the boss one after another. I believe this is one of the things on the roadmap that they're looking to revamp, but for now, the Elite Fire Skull is taking a bit of a beating, but so am I. There we go. We clear it, no problem. And for getting here, we gain basically 1/3 of a new weapon. Every weapon requires 3 keys to unlock, and we just got a single key. Green dice, all chance-based mods and perks are more likely to trigger. That is so crazy good, but doesn't help me here. We don't have any chance mods. I'm going to take split shot. Chance for shots to split into smaller shots while in the air. So I want to be jumping and shooting quite a lot. Now, if I die now, I keep that key. This is basically our progress has been locked in for our account progress. But of course, the run isn't over. The run always continues. So let's make the best use of it. I found in 4-player co-op, if we're going slow and like really looking at our items and trading a lot, our runs usually last about an hour to go kill the final boss. I'm expecting solo that's not going to be the case at all. There's a lot less enemies, number one. And, well, I only have myself to argue with about whether or not I should be the one getting that item or not. As these ants are coming in, I think I might be able to hold this corner. I have heard some criticisms that this game kind of incentivizes one form of play a little bit too much, which is this super quakey, slidey, jump around, high action play style. It is very difficult to play slow sometimes. We could get a level 2 glue shot or a better uppercut. I think uppercut's carrying me a bit more. I'm also very interested in the double luck chest, but spike strikes means enemies are going to be deadly even after they are dead. Is this the one where it puts spikes underneath them? Yes, it is. So as long as I'm not in melee range, we should be fine. Speaking of melee, there are melee upgrades that you can get as well if that's more your play style. As you can see, I kind of avoid melee at all costs. I need to be away from enemies. That's very important to me. I need to make sure that I'm safe. Island 12 is cleared. If we do the full run, it's going to be 30 levels. So we're coming up on the halfway point now. I really love stacking Driller. That's so amazing in co-op. So the chests are themed, right? We did a luck area to get luck chests, right? So in 4-player co-op, there's a high chance that multiple people will be getting this Driller perk, for instance. So you can pick one person in your party to be the Driller. You could drop this on the ground and then stack these Driller perks on a single player, increasing the effectiveness a ton, rather than everyone having Driller and just hoping for a chance to get loot when breaking rocks. Do I want a damage chest or an upgrade chest? I'm going to do upgrade. If I can get more uppercuts, I think uppercuts are kind of carrying our run at the moment, and I would love to keep investing in those. But that's another great example. If I didn't have a reliable damage way of getting through these levels right now, that damage chest could have been a godsend. And there we see our Driller already paying off, spawning bonus loot for us just because we broke some rocks. I actually like this corner here. If I can hold this down, that would be great. I didn't see what that upgrade is. Bronze Heart, that just means we get healed and get more HP. No downside to that. We will take it. There are also ways of avoiding damage entirely or having a chance to. Some defensive perks for that. I do think getting those early in the run can also help out a lot with the progress as well. I love that bonus item. What's in our upgrade chest? Money shot or money shot? I guess I'm gonna take money shot. And the luck chest. I always luck. I love luck. This is a horde. We need to survive as long as possible, and the density is gonna get kind of nuts here. But we can actually afford to take some damage because we're coming up on a shop soon as well. So I'm gonna try to be pretty aggressive. One thing I wouldn't mind picking up at this point is maybe some more magazine capacity. I think that would fill out the build pretty nicely. The blue crabs, if they get close to you, do chill you, so it is important to keep moving. But I think I can just kind of hip fire spam this direction. The delay on my damage is starting to feel kind of weird because our damage is really high, actually. But it just takes a while. I'm going to use this shortcut to avoid a lot of that oncoming assault. At least I thought I was. They figured that out pretty quick, actually. Luck chest, auto loader, another driller, or a layered grenade. Chance for grenades to explode twice. Auto loader would be great for us. It's a chance for our gun to just reload itself after we kill an enemy. I have done builds where I have like 500 bullets in my magazine, and then I never reload. It's constantly just reloading for me. Scatter shot, chance to have our shots scatter into smaller shots on impact. That could be fantastic. Our DPS is okay. Silver Heart would give me a little bit more. No ammo is used for a short time after eliminating an enemy or reinforce. I'm going to try to re-roll. It broke the thing. Auto loader again would be good. Dagger arcs, not bad. I'm going to take another level of auto loader and the HP. What are these shrines back here? Get a random item. Thank you. Bigger boom for grenade radius. Now this could be interesting. This could have been an opportunity to potentially salvage this and then buy something else over at the shop, but I'll still salvage it. I'm gonna keep those crystals for later. Gain crystals, lose 33% of our max HP. That's fine. We can stack up some crystals here. Heal in Tony's garden. Oh, couldn't full heal. That's okay. And then buy another upgrade over here. I'm gonna get the dagger arc as well. And there's fun opportunities like that to kind of min-max your shops pretty regularly, in fact. I'm gonna go for the damage chest, but there are elemental explosions every single time an enemy gets taken down, so we do need to be careful. Also, ice crabs coming over the ridge there. All we have to do is eliminate all enemies, nothing too complicated. And we actually have a pretty good shot at long range. You can see I'm starting to get some extra bonus effects added in with my shots. There are all kinds of random effects that you can add on, like chance when you're firing for a thing to happen. And you can end up filling the screen with extra projectiles on top of the bullets that you're firing. It can get pretty ridiculous. Well, so far all the elemental explosions have been pretty far away from us here. I feel pretty good about this spot. And the enemies are actually spawning in relatively slowly as they move down the cliffside here. This is actually nice. We get a little bit of time to chill. Oh, you can't see it super well, but I have a score over on the right with a combo listed underneath it. That combo can be a little misleading. There are weapons, for instance, that give you increased damage every time your combo goes up, or you can get crystals every time your combo goes up. Combo only goes higher. It goes from 1 to 2 after getting 25 kills without taking damage. 25 kills. I mean, I don't think that'll be too difficult on this particular level. There we go. We actually have combo 2 right now. I just wanted to make sure that that was clear. On stream, I tried to do a full combo run, and I didn't know how combo worked, and I literally never got to level 2 combo. It didn't happen a single time. I cleared that whole level standing right there. That wasn't bad at all. Let me use my driller and see if we can get any bonus stuff before we leave. One more rock here, it looks like. No luck today. No luck today. Chaotic shot, zigzag shot, or recoil shot. Shots deal more damage, but recoil's heavily increased. I don't want any of these. I'm actually going to salvage that for the crystals for the shop. We have another uppercut we can lean into. This is kind of unusual that I'm level 6 uppercut already, I would say. Normally, I have a lot more variety of effects going on. That could be a big reason for my overwhelming player power right now. I don't know if overwhelming is the right word. Upgrade chest or double skill. The double skill will be hard. The mirrored projectiles are not easy, especially when you shoot as often as we do. Basically, every time we pull the trigger, we're going to be sending an orb back at us now. But ice rock there. Let's see if we can get an explosion. I got a big hit from one of those slugs coming in. How you avoid it, more or less, is just by kiting to the side to avoid the extra projectiles. Or, you know, I used that jump there, and they couldn't hit me while I was in the air. Skull spawning in the middle. Basically, whenever there's a skull, that should be your primary focus to take down. They are extremely deadly, just the same as the normal crab elites that spawn in. Pumpkins are the same. If it looks Halloween-themed, get it out of there as fast as you... Oh, no. No, no, not like this. We're still okay. Grenade right there. That was a beautiful grenade. We just do a quick line of sight to avoid any projectiles we may have spawned, and then keep on kiting around. The challenge levels are genuinely pretty difficult in this game, but you never have to do the challenge. Well, they're actually, I don't want to say never. There might be opportunities where you're presented with 2 challenges, but you get to pick your difficulty. Like, I chose to take the increased risk because the value of 2 chests is infinitely higher to me than a single chest. Even if we don't use the items, the fact that we can use that currency at the shop is very important. We stayed cool and collected, took a lot of damage, but that's okay. Big Mac, grit tape, or claws. I basically never go any melee stuff. We could do Big Mag on both of these, and we go from being able to hold 40 bullets at a time to 100 bullets at a time. Greed chest. This is basically going to curse one aspect of your run to make another aspect of your run better. I'd rather do the skill chest here, I think. We have a pretty good run going right now. I'd really like to get you guys a win. I'd like that very much. This is a horde. All we have to do is stay alive. And there were a lot of enemies coming down that path. Maybe I should push in towards that. On some of these levels, there are kind of cubby holes that you can find where you might be able to take cover a bit more. This would be a good example of one if I didn't see them all spawning outside earlier. But you can kind of funnel them into a choke point and then clear it like this. There are ones where it's literally like an ice shelf like this, and you just kind of sit inside and you're pretty protected. But the problem is, oh, this is the problem. Whoa, the problem is one form of CC comes by and all of a sudden you are pretty punished. We have 15 seconds left to stay alive here. Some projectiles coming from that way too. That's oh, it's from the grub. I have to kill this grub. Luckily, that was pretty good damage on it. 5 more seconds and we have survived. I'm just gonna keep running. Potentially, I could have used this area right here as a bit of a choke point as well. By trying to show a mechanic, I took a lot of damage. I'm gonna do Big Mag again. So there isn't other incentives to stacking high magazine capacity. There are upgrades that give us increased damage based on how many bullets are left in our magazine. So I would be getting quite a big increase at this point. Juiced is just a flat upgrade to damage, fire rate, and reload speed. Money is power isn't super interesting. Split shot could be good. I need to be in the air more often, I think, if we really want to utilize split shot. What's this say? Get a random item, but lose 50% of your max health. We don't have extra healing here, so maybe I can't do that. Driller spawned an additional item for a scavenger. Chance for enemies to drop health pickups. Fantastic. What's our DPS looking like now? Not bad. Not bad. I don't hate that. I'll re-roll and see if we can get a blue item, maybe. Gold coating, gain crystals while healing. Sure, extra crystals every time we go to a shop. That's certainly not bad. Next up is the halfway boss. We are officially 2/3 of the way through the run. Whoa, we can kill this guy. As you can see, he's not going to go easy on us. If he spawns in some ads, that scatter shot we picked up where we're doing damage to them, oh, could be good. I tried to just sit there and hold my ground because I wanted to stack up a lot of damage, and I think it was worth it. I swear some elites have more damage than the bosses. Silver Heart, increased HP. We have another key. We almost have a new weapon unlock. And Collector, damage increase for each perk level that you have. That could be good. Each perk level. We have a few perks. Sure. I'll take Collector. We're doing a 30 run anyway. There are some items that are definitely better for marathon runs. For instance, there are items that increase your HP every time you clear a level or give you money every time you clear a level. If you get those early, it can totally cascade throughout the entire run, like become completely overpowered. Last night, we did a run, and our very first level that we were able to go to was an economy level, and I literally got an item called Paycheck that gives you 250 credits every time you clear a level. We got that on level 1. I was able to buy literally every item in every shop every time we got to them, and I kept getting more and more stacks of Paycheck. I was getting 1,500 bonus crystals every level by the end of our run. It was actually ridiculous. Shots deal more damage, but fire rate is reduced. Glue shot level 2 or glue grenade. I wonder if the delay goes up with more and more glue shots. No, it's just a damage increase. So I will take that glue shot. Thank you very much. I'm also going to go for the health option here rather than the sacrifice option. Now, there is a pretty big benefit to getting those sacrificial crystal things, because even though you are giving up your HP to that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage. Wow. We have stacked up quite a lot of synergy in our kit, actually. That's really good. That 5th shot for uppercut is really chunking. Even though you are giving 33% of your health away for those spike chests, which we haven't done yet because I don't want to do that, you are going to be getting a guaranteed epic level item. Get a random legendary pickup, lose 50% of your health. Sure. Large crystals. This is what I'm talking about. We have 16,000 crystals now. Damage increase with health is high. Max health increase for every 10 close range eliminations, or chance for enemies to drop health pickups. I'm going to keep leaning into that. Now, that was permanent HP loss there. We went from 500 to 275. So let's see if I can increase my health again. We gained so many crystals that I'm going to be able to buy like the next several shops worth of items probably. Let me make sure I'm breaking these as well for our driller perk. There are a ton of rocks here. Chilling. I can't remember if I talked about it already. Please excuse me. But in co-op as well, if I were to die at any time, we would be resurrected here and still get to pick our upgrades. The fact that you can trade items between players is crazy strong. The co-op experience in this is extremely good. Incoming damage reduced. I'll take that since our HP is lowered. Spike chest right before a shop may not be bad. I'll try that. I'll try that. This is horde mode yet again. We just need to survive for 40 seconds. Ooh. Notice that because we're on the final section of this run, the water has been replaced by lava, and that lava does deal damage to our character if we were to jump into it accidentally. Here, I need big damage here for more crystals. Perfect. Skull in the back. Oh, big old skull in the back. 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. Where'd that skull go? Did I kill it? These are the region globes that spawn, have a chance to spawn when enemies die. It's just like Tony's Garden. So we are sustaining ourselves on this run now. That's beautiful. We did take that damage. Dagger Arc, we already have 1 level of it. Damage Aura, deal constant damage to nearby enemies, seems good too. Chance to get additional reward chests when flawlessly clearing an island. I'm gonna get the Damage Aura. I don't know if I've ever taken that. I want to see how big of an effect that actually is. The mid shop is here. No totems in the back. I'll break the money crystals for a chance for bonus loot with our driller as well. Ice explosion grenades, green dice, leap of faith, or I'm just going to take the health. Although, you know, ice explosion could totally crowd control a boss. And it's, look at that. And it's only 1/3 of our money. Reroll. More health, please. Damage aura. Fire claws. An extra use of your grenade, so I have an extra freeze now. That's really good. Reroll again. Damage increased for every 10 one-shot eliminations. Extra use of my grenade. I'm going to get the one-shot thing too. Dagger Arc is an upgrade we already have. One more reroll might be all I can do. Fire rate increased. Layered grenade. There's a chance for grenades to explode twice. Damn. This is getting good. Damage chest with a curse. Mirrored projectiles. That's okay. I won't give him projectiles. Instead, we'll just throw that ice grenade. Group them up. And then the plan was to try to explode one of these slugs on him. Oh no! Didn't quite work out that way. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. We're okay. Projectiles are less scary than the lava. We could deal with projectiles. Break that rock over there as well. I believe that was an elite that just spawned in, so I do need to be careful. Trying to grenade the elite. I think I missed. I missed again. He's in the air. Oh, that's another elite. I like those lob shots that they have, though. That's pretty neat. Oh, God. Oh! Good jump. Chilling. I'm moving around in my seat so much. Dodging every projectile in real life, too. Come on. Perfect. I see some region globes behind me. I'm going to head for them. Nice. And then I think these guys are still frozen from an earlier grenade. That is ridiculous how strong this grenade augment is. What we were doing on stream too is every time I found a grenade perk, Holly does this all the time. I was just dropping these perks for my friends to use and helping them lean into their builds. When I had the paycheck run going and I had infinite money, I was basically just making it rain for the entire party, which is super rewarding. I love that. 2 more upgrades for uppercut is ridiculous. I'm going to go for an upgrade chest as well. We have 1,800 crystals. This is defeat all enemies again, but nothing too ridiculous as far as augments. Woo! Okay, we're fine. Keep moving. The intensity definitely goes up on these last 10 levels. Come on, hit it. I think this is the last rock here. Ooh, no driller. No extra loot at all. That feels bad. Let's toss some grenade. Oh, shit. Pufferfish, danger close. Elite, danger close. Hold on, kiting away. I also see some region globes here. We'll make sure we're gathering those. Another explosion going off. I just took some damage for being close to that guy. I do think the improved, like, aura deal damage around me upgrades would be a bit better if I was using something like a shotgun. Oh! And I was getting closer to enemies more reliably. So I might actually salvage some of those when we get to the shop. Oh, or I'll never get there. Oh, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how the cookie crumbles. How many keys do I have? Ooh, so I actually had 1 key going into that run. So even though I didn't kill the final boss and get rained on with keys, I can still unlock the sniper which is actually the gun I was most looking forward to using. And that's not even bait. I'm not even just saying that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. This was our first look at Crab Champions. It is so incredibly addicting. I've been playing this game so much, and I hope today's video helped open your eyes to some of the possibilities of what a run can be. But the beautiful thing about games like this is our next run could look totally different. A lot of our power spikes there were coming from that uppercut bonus, every 5th shot dealing increased damage. But next run, we could lean into something completely different with a completely different gun and get completely different chests and upgrades along our path. Thank you guys for being here. If you want to see more, let me know down in the comments. I've been prepping a ton of content to get ready for my grandma's birthday. We're going back down to visit her for her 94th birthday. I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys for supporting the content and allowing me to travel. We'll be back again soon. Take care.